What's good, everybody? It's Mike Reed, and welcome to My Life Ministries, where leadership, influence, faith, and involvement are the principles that we live by every single day. And by us living those principles, it helps us to help youth become motivated young leaders who implement faith every day in their lives as well. Today, I just want to share a message with youth, with young people, and just take the time just to talk to them, and talk to them about the risks they take. When God has really just been putting, young people on my heart as He does always, and young people are very dear to me. My heart, it hurts for them daily. I want young people to understand their purpose, and understand their passions and understand their drive, and what motivates them, and at the same time, to be able to help them, just stay away from negativity that leads them to a horrible situation or a horrible problem, or gets them in things that they're not able to get themselves out of. So I just began to when I was praying, and I was just thinking, and I kept thinking about it, and I was just like, man, young people, some of the risks that they take is it's difficult, it's so severe, because I know that in their mindset, they're not thinking of future. They're more so thinking of the moment, and by them thinking of the moment, it gives them no platform, it gives them no foundation. They just wake up and they just live and they just go. And it's been on my heart, heavy, especially just kind of some of the things that I've witnessed, some of the things that I've heard, some of the things that I've been facing, when it comes to youth. And I want youth to really understand and to really take to heart and listen to this message. Whether you are involved in a gang, whether you are involved with a clique, whether you involved with a group, whatever it is that you are involved with, I just want to share with you guys to let you know to be careful. Be careful of the risk that you take when it comes to involving yourself with your friends and your peers, to create these atmospheres that will either gonna take you to the point to where you either end up dead, or you're gonna either end up in jail. Because there's only two ways out of that. There's only two ways when you go down that road of destruction. It's either dead in the grave, or it's either jail. And sometimes I know that youth, they don't think of it like that, because sometimes they feel like they're unstoppable. They feel like, it's my life, I'm gonna do whatever I want to, I'm gonna make my own choices and my own decisions, and I get it. Like I said, we all were young once, we all made mistakes, and we all had to learn from our mistakes and our issues, and we had to, and still to this day, there's things that that you face, if you've been through certain situations like that, if you live that type of lifestyle, you still face some of that same pressure, on today, because you may see it through your kids, or you may see it through your family, your relatives, you may see it just through some of the kids that are on the street right now. And it makes it just extremely difficult, and it's hard, because where that road leads you to. But when you try to share that message with some of these young people, they don't want to hear it, or if they do listen, it goes in one ear and out the other. So I just want to encourage youth and just speak to youth to let them know, man, be careful with some of the risks that you're taking out there, because it's not worth it. So many young people die daily due to gun violence. So many young people die daily due to gun violence. We're burying kids from the ages of 6 to the age of 18 constantly, and it's extremely sad, because mothers are crying and fathers are crying, and it's extremely difficult, as a parent, because you find yourself worried so much about, is my child gonna come home? Am I going to get that phone call at 1-2 o'clock in the morning saying that my child didn't make it, or saying that my child is incarcerated? That's stressful and that's hard as a parent. But see, kids, they don't think of it like that. And I get, like, if you sometimes when you grow up in a single parent household, or you grow up without a father, or you grow up maybe even without a mother, that sometimes you try to find your own way. But I just want you to understand, don't always gravitate towards the street life, because the street life, although it seems pleasing and it seems satisfying, and it gets you to the point to where, yeah, you got crew and you got your homies and stuff that are around you, and that's like, oh, that's my family, because they never they're always here for me, They always got my back, and I get all of that, but you got to think about, like, once you sign up for anything like that, it's a dead end. And a lot of times people won't tell you that, but it's a dead end. It's, you quickly chasing money, you quickly, whether it's you getting into drugs, you quickly having to prove a point, and then it leads you to nowhere. And so many youth, they struggle in that moment, and they make themselves so unapproachable that it's so hard to even kind of witness to them, or so hard to even to talk to them, because when they look at, individuals that are older than them, the disrespect on that level was so real that it's like, we don't want to consider youth a lost cause, but we don't want you to put yourself in a situation to where you just become a lost cause, because you don't want to hear, you don't want to listen to anybody who may have been through that same experience, as you. It's not the cool thing to carry a gun around and feel like, whenever I have the opportunity, or somebody sits up here and they may say something to me, or we may have a social media beef, or this person is saying that, or this person is saying this, I'll just go shoot him, and I'll just go in his life, or in her life, and that's the quick method that everybody gets taken. It's nobody is fighting anymore, and I'm not here to glorify fighting or anything, but it's all about, man, how much death can we bring upon somebody? How much death can we bring upon a family? And it's extremely hard, to contemplate that and think about that, and to watch this stuff every single day about young people dying, due to gang violence, due to gun violence. And it's at a point to where youth, it's really time for you guys to understand, like, pick your point of life, of where is it that you really want to go in your life. Your opportunity is so high. It's so high that you can be and you can do anything that you want to do in this world. Anything that you want to do in this world. All you have to do is just make up your mind to say, I'm going to walk down this right path instead of this wrong one. You don't have to allow the temptation or the peer pressure to get the best of you. You don't have to look at it as, if I go out here and I do this, then I can create this family. It's not going to end right for you. Believe me, it's not going to end right for you. I've had family who has been in that situation. I've had, friends who have been in that situation, myself, things like that, to where you face certain situations that lead you nowhere. And I just want youth to really understand that life is too short. It really is. It's too short. And especially with you being young, you haven't even lived life at all. So for those youth out there that think that they just know it all, please understand that you don't. And if there's people out there that are really trying to help you, listen, because number one, a bullet don't have nobody's name on it, and a jail cell is always open for you to go into. And people are looking for people like that. Believe me, they're looking for people like that. So don't get yourself so caught up in this nonsense out there in this street life. Get yourself caught up in this world. Don't get yourself caught up in what everybody else is doing. Gangbanging is overrated. It really is, because it's like I said, where's it taking you? Street life is overrated. Where's it taking you? So let's wake up, young people, and let's start building something different. Let's start speaking different. Let's start using our voice and our character as something different to spread to everybody else, to help everybody else and to reach everybody else. And I know that may not seem like it's the cool thing to do, or, but, forget that. It's about you, and it's about where do you want to go in your life. Where do you want to go in your life? What are the things that you want to do in your life? How do you want to become a better young man? How do you want to become a better young woman? That's the choice that you got to make, and that's what you got to pick. But we got to stop we got to stop allowing ourselves to go out there and face them streets. And we got to stop allowing ourselves to be caught up in this gang violence, whether it's, like I said, whether it's crew, whether it's your, just your friends, whether you're in a group, whatever the case may be, even if you are affiliated. Because a lot of guys out there, a lot of them don't even bang for real. A lot of times out there, you just affiliated with somebody and you walking around here as if you just some wannabe, and then something end up happening over something that you just got yourself involved in. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl, because it ain't cool. It ain't cool at all. Be different. Be yourself, and stop trying to imitate what you see on TV. Stop trying to imitate what you see on these videos. Stop trying to imitate what you see on social media, because it ain't worth it, because that's not you. Because you ain't living that life. And so you come up here and you try to create this lifestyle. Stop doing that. Because like I said, it's only going to take you it's going to take you one or two places, and that's jail or that's in the grave. So the risk that you take, make sure that you understand that, man, that risk ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Too many young people are dying every single day. So I just ask that you guys, man, young people, man, get yourselves together. Really wake up. Look at yourself and say, man, is this really what I want to do? And if it's something that you choose and you say, man, you know what, this is what I'm about. This is my lifestyle. Like I said, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. But let's not allow yourself to get to that point. Let's not allow yourself to get to that point. So be careful with the risk that you take, because the one time you take the wrong risk, it's going to end bad for you. Bad for you. You don't want to live life running around here looking over your shoulder. For what? What are you looking over your shoulder for? Be you. Live your life differently than others. Don't get caught up in this mess. So I just wanted to encourage you guys, man, to just, stay away from it and be careful of the risks that you take, because it really ain't worth it. Believe me, it ain't worth it. You guys be encouraged. You guys have a wonderful day. And youth, man, wake up. Keep your heads up and stay focused, man. Don't be like everybody else. You guys got a lot to live for. But don't let your life be taken early. For sure. Have a blessed day.